Hello, my name is Chris Martinez, and I am a student in Dianne Hall's Technology and Civilization class at San Jose State University. My presentation is about drinking water in the Dominican Republic, specifically problems with pricing and access, and with a suggested solution using technology transfer. The problem with drinking water access in the Dominican Republic is that there's lots of clean water here available, and it's a little bit different from situations in other developing nations. But the problem is that vendors are overcharging for bottles of 5 gallons of water versus the suggested prices set by the distributors. An October 20th article in the local newspaper called Hoy focused on the 10 to 15 peso markup per bottle and urged vendors to stick to their guidelines for pricing and threaten sanctions against the vendors who violated these laws and rules. The problem with overcharging 10 to 15 pesos per bottle may not seem like a big deal to an American consumer, but for a Dominican consumer who relies solely on bottled water as their own resource or as their own source of clean water, 10 to 15 pesos is a large deal, especially when we live in a country with marked income differences, and especially living in urban areas where it's much more expensive to live. The only safe water to drink here in the Dominican Republic is what comes in bottles. The cholera epidemic in the West, in Haiti, has found its way over here in the Dominican Republic, and it makes the tap water unsafe to drink. At best, you get diarrhea if you drink the tap water here. At worst, you get cholera. You can't even use it to drink, you can't even use it to brush your teeth or to cook with. The CIA World Factbook placed the Dominican Republic as one of the fastest growing economies in the world, but still says that the poorest half of the population receives less than 1/5 of the gross domestic product, and the richest 10% enjoys nearly 40% of the gross domestic product. The solution to overcharging citizens for a necessary resource is to take the control away from vendors and put it in the hands of the citizens. My presentation is going to show how we can develop technologies already in existence and implement them in the Dominican Republic to give the power back to the consumers for buying safe water at reasonable prices. The Dominican Republic is located on the island of Hispaniola in the Caribbean Sea and takes up the eastern 2/3 of the landmass. It is among the Antilles Islands, and it is among the largest Antilles Islands with Cuba, Puerto Rico, and Jamaica. The Dominican Republic has a population of about 10 million people, and 4.5 million of them live in the 2 largest cities in the country. Santo Domingo is the largest city, and it has about 3.5 million people. And that is where I live right now. So my focus for this presentation is going to be Santo Domingo and urban areas, but I'm also going to touch on how we can bring this crystal water technology to rural areas as well. The 2011 Human Development Index placed the Dominican Republic 96th, which ranks them medium, among ranked countries at 0.689 with a 0.003 increase from 2010's figures. That is also proof that the Dominican Republic is growing, not just economically, but also in an overall development sense. The Dominican Republic suffers from widespread corruption in the government, police forces, and education services. This means that the citizens cannot count on the government or other regulatory bodies to enforce or regulate any rules considering consumer products. They also have no recourse for transparency on the issue of water quality and pricing. As described in the Hoy article, the National Institute for the Protection of Consumer Rights, also called Consumer Pro, threatened sanctions against vendors who charge more than 46 pesos per bottle. Those sanctions are not enforced here. This project aims to put control of the water prices in the hands of the consumers. In the United States, there are several pure water stores located in urban and suburban areas. These pure water stores operate 1 or more self-serve mechanized distilled water vending machines. The prices per gallon are set and visible on each of the machines, usually ranging from 25 to 30 cents a bottle. Consumers usually fill up a 5-gallon bottle and pay $1.25 for their purchase based on a 25-cent per gallon price. And they typically pay in coins or bills in the machines. Some of these pure water stores also accept prepaid cards as payment. These pure water machines, also sometimes called crystal water machines in the United States, can be installed in Dominican grocery stores, colmados, supertiendas, and gas stations, especially in larger cities. Colmados and supertiendas are unique stores here. Colmado is more like a corner store, liquor store kind of thing that also offers home delivery for their products. The supertiendas are large, big box stores like Walmart and Target, especially with the grocery offerings that they have. In larger cities, all three of the consumer locations, supermercados, colmados, and supertiendas can be utilized. And in rural areas, colmados are the main source of commerce and shopping. So the pure water technology is accessible throughout the country based on where the pure water technology will be installed. The use of these machines will force prices to be set and remain at the dictated level by the water distributors and bottlers. And the 5-gallon jugs are already present in most Dominican homes, so there will be no need to manufacture new plastic and therefore very little impact on the environment.